there, and welcome to Gather and Go Travel Tips. Today we are going to talk about one of my favorite features on Google's hotel search. It's a wonderful travel planning website. I highly recommend that you use google.com/travel/hotels, even if you're not staying at a hotel. There are three buttons that are very helpful. The one I'm talking to about today is the When to Visit button. Let's look at an international destination like Barcelona. For someone who lives in a northern American climate like I do, it's pretty easy to assume Spain and Barcelona is warm all year round. It's not. So we want to find when to visit. What I did is I typed in Barcelona. It doesn't matter what the dates are here. What we really want to get to is this hotel results page and these three buttons, which are very helpful with travel planning. I talk about the where to stay button in a different YouTube video. You can see the little text right above it says compare top neighborhoods in Barcelona. It's excellent for figuring out which neighborhood to stay in. What I want to focus on today is the when to visit button. And what Google Hotels search tool has here is a really helpful table of information that's usually typically harder to get at through a combination of weather apps and other resources to be able to figure out the when to stay, what the average prices are, and when to visit. For Barcelona, for someone who's not familiar with the town, it's easy to assume that a winter month is really going to be warm. And surprisingly, it's not. Barcelona can get quite cool. Even through a popular spring break month for a lot of Americans, the weather can stay quite cool. So this could be a factor in your travel planning. It could be as low as 50. And someone who's going to Spain for spring break, taking advantage of one of the lower fares that are usually available around then might be a little bit disappointed. There's two other great columns you can see. You can make sense of them pretty easily. It's what are the crowds for each given month. So if you're looking to go during an uncrowded time, you can look at that and make that will be a factor in your decision making about where you choose to visit. April and May obviously look great to visit. The prices are a little bit lower than high season. The crowds are down and the weather's warmer. And of course, you've already seen this third column. It's a average hotel price per night. A great table, really, really helpful when you're deciding between locations, particularly when warm weather matters. Maybe it's a spring break trip, maybe it's a winter trip. And especially if you're coming from a cold place like I am, then making sure that you get that warm weather, if it matters to you, will be important. The last thing I want to show and make sure that you take a look at is there's some text at the top here, and it talks about when, not only when the peak seasons are, but when are some of the popular festivals and events that are happening in different areas. This one features Barcelona, but I've looked at all sorts of other cities. You can use it for other popular destinations in the States and internationally, especially when you're not sure what the weather is. So it's a great tool. I highly recommend using it. It will shortcut all of your travel planning when you are deciding between destinations, and especially when you want to make sure you get that warm weather. Thank you so much for joining us today. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel and follow us.